Ugh. I don't care about stocks. No. All right. Oh God, I hate this. I don't know how to intro this. Warframe's next update's right around the corner, and with it, they're bringing a bunch of quality of life improvements to the game. This video is basically just me spouting about my own quality of life improvements. If you're interested in hearing what I have to say, stick around. Starting off, I'm going to start with HUD changes. Really, I only got two. Technically, really only one, but I'm counting it as two. I would love for them to add a mini-map size slider. Too often do I find the normal mini-map way too small, and then when you open the actual map, it's way too big. I want a happy medium, and the only way to make the mini-map any bigger is to change the entire HUD size. I don't want to change the entire HUD size. I don't want to make my reticle any bigger. I'm fine with how big my health is, and the abilities are just fine. I just want the mini-map. A mini-map slider would be great. The other HUD change coincides with what they're already bringing to the table, which is enemies are getting a QOL overhaul on what's friendly, what's an actual enemy, what's turned, so on and so forth. I really hope they don't forget about Limbo, because they're not friendly, they're enemies, but they're in the rift and not in the material plane. So you shoot at them and you can't tell that they're in the rift because the colors are always all over the place, and it does the dumb thing at the feet. So it would just be nice if there was a better indication that they're in the rift. I really hope they don't forget about that. Moving into UI changes, the inbox pop-up. It should work like an invite. When you get an invite from another player, immediately you can press pause and it's accept or decline. Inbox messages should work the same way. You get a message, you should be able to click pause, the little banner pops up on the left-hand side or right-hand side. You should be able to pause, immediately click that, and it should take you right into the inbox. No bullshit. I would really love if when in the orbiter and you have other people in your squad, I would really love that someone has a crown above their head for who's party leader. If you queue in with one or two people and you go in and you're the one that invited them, you'll be host. But otherwise it can sometimes be like in the air on who's going to be host. So just having a crown right out of the gate of like, hey, this person's host, would be really nice. A bonus to that, give the option to make someone else host / party leader when you're in the orbiter. As well as a bonus, let us kick people when we're in orbiter. I get it. It's a looter game, so being able to kick somebody in mission, that'll breed toxicity. However, it's orbiter. Nothing's going on in orbiter. Let me kick people. I want to be able to like kick the one or two randos I play with when I queued into public with one of my clanmates or friends that I decided to play with that night, instead of having to leave and then re-invite them. On the topic of friends, could you please let me finally add my cross-platform friends to my friends list? Like, I get why they probably haven't done it. It's probably something to do with cross-save. And then there's also the whole like trading thing where like trading across platforms is iffy. But like, come on, please. Like, I'm tired of having to type /invite and then the player's name to invite my friend every single time I play with them. It's such a hassle. So it would just be nice to finally add them to my friends list so I can be done with that. Moving over to Railjack for a little bit, could we get lines connecting the like Proximas? Just like the normal star chart has lines connecting all of the planets and then all the nodes to every planet. I get that you can kind of just do them out of order and all that jazz, especially if you get taxied. You can just do them out of order and it's completely fine. Well, fine to a degree, as long as you can handle it. But like, I got taxied to the Void because back when Railjack first came out, the Void was huge because the Murex ship, Sentience, all that jazz. And now it's just like going back through it, I'm like, I don't know what order I'm supposed to be doing these in. And I just think it would be nicer if there actually was an order. I mean, you have order for that. Why not put the lines? Sticking with Railjack, could you boot us from the foundry when we craft something in Railjack? You can only craft one thing per forge. With like a 2.5 minute cooldown, something like that. But it doesn't boot you. So you're still in the forge after you've crafted something. So you think, oh, I can just keep crafting things. Okay. Nope. It has a 2.5 minute cooldown, so you gotta wait. So you back out yourself, and then you go to another forge. Could we skip the middleman here? Could you just auto boot us when we finish that? It'd be nice. Leaving Railjack and going over to the arsenal, could we get just a line, a bar, something that separates what we own from what we don't own? It's always aggravated me when I've scrolled to the bottom of what I owned and suddenly it's just, hey, guess what? Here's this thing that you can buy for this amount of platinum, and it's like, fine, okay, I get it. You want to advertise to me what I can buy because it's a free-to-play game and all that jazz, but could I get that little line? Could I get that fence, that barrier that's just like, this is what you own, this is what you don't own? It would be nice. Could we get filters as well in the arsenal? Like prime, non-prime, ranked, max rank. I know there's like ranked right now, but it's like, it's only one. It's descending. So it goes from the highest rank to lowest rank. Lowest rank will always be at the bottom of the list, which is fine. But like, it'd be nice to have a little bit more. With weapons, it would be cool if it was like shotguns, bows, snipers, so on and so forth. With relics, could we get a little like V or something, like how we have we got the check mark for what we owned. Can we have like a V symbol icon, something that lets us know, hey, this relic is vaulted, so that way we know, oh hey, that's actually important. Gotta remember, that relic is vaulted right now. So it turns out they actually do tell you if a relic is vaulted or not. You just have to click tab. I was a complete idiot and I just completely forgot about it. I still think having an icon would be better though. And then could we get like possibly the same for codex? Like when you go check a prime weapon or prime warframe, it's like, this warframe is currently vaulted right now. This prime item is currently vaulted, so on and so forth. I called it modding profiles, is what I put in here. Basically, I despise the fact that when you Forma something, everything gets removed from it. It's just annoying. There's two ways that you could solve that, which is take a screenshot of what you currently have equipped, or link the config in chat for yourself, so that way you can go back to it. But it annoys me. Regardless, it bugs me that that's a thing. So it would kind of be nice if when you Forma stuff, it doesn't just auto kick it off, it would save it for you. Or better yet, there's an order of operations for how things work in the modding interface, which is, it goes from left to right, top to bottom. You've probably figured it out when you mess with status mods. Could it basically be the similar case for the drain and mods? Could I please apply the mod still, even though I don't have the drain and it overflows and it just grays out the mods? And then as you level the warframe or the weapon and you slowly get more drain because you're ranking it up, it will then unlock the next mod slot. I think it would be a nice little QOL. Lastly, in the user interface is, I would love to be able to apply normal skins to prime weapons. They allow us to do the same thing for prime warframes. I don't know why we can't do the same thing for prime weapons. I love the normal Latron skin. I think it looks so good. It's such a cool weapon. I don't really like the Latron Prime skin. I think the Latron Prime looks worse than the normal. But I can't apply the normal to the Prime. I would just like to be able to do that. For gameplay changes, it's more the same of the first category. I really only have two. First one, an operator helmet keybind toggle. I would love to be able to take the helmet on and off. I think the operator some of the operator helmets look freaking sick. I think but sometimes I want to see my operator. I want to see their face. It's like it's a character I customized. I would like to be able to see them. And it's like, I don't want to have to go all the way over to the appearance tab for operator and go and toggle the helmet on and off. I would love to just go straight in game and just be able to press one button or like the gear wheel or something and be able to toggle the helmet on and off. I also think it would just be just a very cool addition just in general, being able to toggle the helmet on and off. And lastly, this is a big ask, but I would love to see a mission rewards rotation change. What basically right now, the reward rotation for the majority of mission types is A, A, B, C. Repeating. That's it. Flat out. What I would love is if they would change that. Because right now, there's no incentive for sticking around. And most of the time, people that stick around past the 20-minute mark are either doing it just because they have nothing better to do, or they're endurance runners, in which case they're going to stick past it anyway because they're interested in pushing Warframe to its limits. But besides that, there's no actual incentive. People just do it to do it. And it would be really cool if instead of just the standard AABC repeating, it would go AABC, and then after that, it would cycle back around to A and go ABC. So basically the standard, the new standard rotation would be AABC, ABC, ABC infinitely. And that would encourage players to stick around, so that way they more often get the B and C rotation. They're literally skipping like a 5-minute portion. They're saving that time. Those who can't stick around that long, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. They go, they leave and they come back like you normally would. But those who are capable of staying around and holding out for longer because they got tankier frames and better weapons, it actually rewards them for sticking around for longer. You get to the B and C rotation more often. And I think it would just be really nice, and it would actually incentivize sticking around past the initial rotation. That's that. I have other stuff. I have other things in my list, but those are the primary ones. Everything else, more or less, it either is a bad take or it just doesn't fit the video. So let me know if you want to hear about it. Let me know if my takes are garbage, or you think I'm wrong, or you like what you heard. Any of that means a bunch to me. With that, I'm gonna go. Bye. Ah, bitch. Punk, you Wow. I didn't even get him. Whatever.